Good evening, Ted. Welcome to Wednesday's edition of the Nightly News. How you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing so good. My life could be summarized as ballistically coefficient because truth, logic, and common sense rules the day and owns the air at Nightly Nude. I would like to think that our Nightly Nude celebration of truth, logic, and common sense actually qualifies as ballistically coefficient. And we'll talk more about that in a minute because the marksmanship discipline is actually a samurai martial arts exercise that is expanding. The Second Amendment is expanding across America right now, Keith. We need to talk about that.
With what's going on over in the Ukraine, I'm seeing all of these anti-gun, anti-Second Amendment politicians saying, we must arm the Ukrainian citizens. We need to send arms to the Ukraine to arm their citizens, all the while they're in Congress here in America. They're trying to push anti-gun legislation. It's crazy. So why don't you just give us your overall take? Let's just call it Gun 101.
Here's Firearms 101. We have literally tens of millions of new gun owners across America. And as I use the word gun owners, be sure you are a member of Gun Owners of America, your state firearms association, the National Rifle Association. Of course, we welcome all of you to get around the firearm celebration campfire at hunternation.org. But those new gun owners, a lot of times, will buy the gun and they're a little offish. Some of them pursue training and education on the handling and the tactics and the safety of firearms. But I'll try to simplify it. There's only one gun law that you need. Never point the barrel at anything you're not willing to destroy. And as your first firearm, I always recommend a revolver because you can open the cylinder, you can visually confirm that the firearm is empty. Still, even though you confirm it's empty, there's no such thing as an empty gun. You treat every firearm as if it's loaded and make sure that muzzle never crosses the path of anything you're not willing to destroy. You need to go to the gun range. You need to open that cylinder or an automatic, make sure the magazine is out, open the slide, visually inspect that the chamber is empty, close the slide, look at the gun, open the slide one more time and visually confirm that the gun is empty. And even in your home, I train all my family members and all my friends. I carry a Glock firearm and I'm able to visually inspect that it's empty. And dry firing that firearm, you can do it in your house. A lot of people can't believe you want to even touch a gun in your house. Confirm that it's empty and learn what it feels like. How do you grasp it? What is the purchase necessary to control that firearm? Visually inspect that it's empty. Find out the ergonomics of bringing it up so the sights align with your eyes. Make sure you discover your dominant eye. Some people are dominant right, some people are dominant left. And if you are a right-handed shooter with a dominant left eye, you will have a difficulty aligning that dominant eye with the sights. But familiarity, much like guitar playing, how to handle a woman, you need to practice a lot. You need to fondle that firearm and those tools of quality of life as often as possible and learn what does it take to drop the hammer. What kind of pressure? You need to know that firearm intimately. And dry firing that firearm, revolver or semi-automatic, is critical because we can't, all of us, I do go to the range every day, but a lot of people can't go to the range every day. That firearm, when it comes to the intensity of a life and death calling to use that firearm to save your life, you better not be fumbling. So familiarity with that firearm is tactics 101. And then at the range, learn how to get it out of concealment and into action. Learn how to align. You should be able to handle your firearm as good as you handle your toothbrush. And here's hoping that everybody brushes their teeth at least twice a day because you've never poked yourself in the eyeball with your toothbrush because you do it all the time. Be sure that you are absolutely familiar with that firearm, that you know exactly what it takes to engage that firearm and carry it in such a fashion. And here's a little tech tip too. I'm going to go ahead and promote the firearms ammunition that I shoot. I shoot I shoot Remington ammunition, 100% reliable, and it's state of the art. And I also recommend that you clean your gun off. And here's a product. I'm just humping a couple of family entrepreneurs. It's called Dirty Bore Gun Cleaner. So the ammunition, I carry a Northwest retention holster. Familiarity, a clean, well-lubricated firearm that is absolutely reliable, because we can only be as reliable in stopping evil in our familiarity and the functionality of our chosen firearm. And it's not keeping truck, it's not keeping safe, it's not keeping drawer, it's not keeping gun club, it's keep and bear. It has to be on you, and you have to know how to get it readily into play in a tense moment. That's the foundation of the Second Amendment, defending ourselves from all evil powers, both domestically and foreign and neighborhood.